Hi guys, how are you doing? So if you're, oh, I've got a like before we've even started. So sorry, this was late announcement, but I was supposed to be doing something this evening. J'étais censé faire quelque chose ce soir. I was supposed to attend a dinner for Thanksgiving. J'étais censé assister à un dîner pour Thanksgiving, but in the end, I didn't do it. Mais finalement, je l'ai pas fait. So if it's just a few of you, I'm really okay with that. Si vous êtes juste quelques personnes, moi ça me va. Compared to last week's 30 of you, which was a bit much to handle. Par rapport à les trentaines la trentaine qu'il a fait la semaine dernière, qui c'était un peu trop. So, if you're going to be joining the class, si vous allez faire partie du cours, can you send me a WhatsApp on the normal number? Est-ce que vous pourriez m'envoyer un WhatsApp sur le numéro normal? I'm just going to write it down. Je vais juste l'écrire. There we go. So let's just have a look. So I have Stuart, I have Ben, I have Lee. Brilliant. Anybody else for the moment? Anybody else taking part? Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un d'autre qui va le faire? You don't need to be a high level. Vous n'avez pas besoin d'avoir un niveau élevé. I will modify the work that I give you to do. Je serai prêt à modifier le travail que je vous donne à faire. Can I remind you as well that we're going to be doing it with WhatsApp? So anybody else taking part, or am I just starting with these guys? Il y a quelqu'un d'autre ou je vais juste commencer avec cela? Mrs. Shaw, brilliant. That's lovely. Adrian, lovely. So let me just make a note. I've got Adrian, Mrs. Shaw, Stuart, Lee, and Ben. 1 second, I'm just sending a link for this class to somebody else. Un instant, je vais juste envoyer un lien pour ce cours à quelqu'un d'autre. Right. Excellent. Right, so can we have, so this is for Stuart. The one I was supposed to see doesn't get on well with the one I was telling you about. 2 girls. For Wendy. I love this one. Talking about a female. But I used to love the one he went out with, female. Adrian, I feel a lot better after buying myself a green tea. I felt weird earlier after eating it. Ben, before I finish the lesson, I will have something to help you. Hello, productive human. Salut, productive human. You can be very productive and you can join the class if you want to. So if you want to take part, can you please send me a number? Can you please send me I knew the gluten would have a role. Can you please send me a message to the number I've given? Si vous avez envie de faire le cours, est-ce que vous pourriez m'envoyer un message au numéro? Okay, so send me a WhatsApp to the number given and I will give you some homework. And can you just give me a rough idea? Can you give me a rough idea what your level is? Est-ce que vous pourriez me donner une idée approximative de votre niveau? Those who are giving me the sound file, ceux qui vont m'envoyer les fichiers, can I remind you to say the English for what you were given at the beginning? Est-ce que je peux vous rappeler de dire l'anglais pour ce que je vous ai donné au début? Is there anybody who hasn't had anything, who's waiting? Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un qui attend quelque chose qui n'a rien eu, qui n'a rien reçu? So Lee, lovely Lee. Okay. I have difficulty. I had difficulty joining. Difficulty remembering you because you had signed up with a different name than the one I use. That's for Lee. Right then, Reflexive Human. If you're a total beginner, I strongly suggest you just work your way through the videos. Si vous êtes vraiment débutant, je vous propose de regarder les vidéos normales that are on the channel, qui sont sur la chaîne. It just wouldn't be productive. This wouldn't be the best place to totally work with you. If you've done some French and you want some basic sentences, I'm more than happy to give you some here. Si vous avez fait un tout petit peu de français, je suis prêt à vous en donner maintenant. But if you are a total beginner, then if you WhatsApp me on the number that I've given you, si vous m'envoyez un numéro WhatsApp sur le numéro que je vous ai donné, un message WhatsApp sur le numéro que je vous ai donné, I will explain to you how to work your way through the videos systematically. Okay. Ayula, are you taking part? If so, can you send me a message? Okay. Can you send me a WhatsApp and I can give you some homework? And that's not me being dismissive, Productive Human. That's just me logically saying that would be the better way for you to do it, just to get your head down and learn the stuff that you need to do. Je serais content de le faire, mais la meilleure manière de le faire serait que vous regardiez les vidéos et voilà. Okay, so I haven't had anybody's response yet, but equally, Ayula, can you message me on WhatsApp so I can send you your work? I think Ben's is coming. Lovely, Ayula. Thank you for your story. But if you want to do some work, send me a message. As much as your personal narrative is fascinating, okay? The number, Ayula, has gone up 4 times now. Ça fait 4 fois que je viens de mettre le numéro, mais voilà, donc il faut faire attention. You need to I can't speak English today. It's a good job there's less of you, there's fewer people than last week, because my head just wouldn't cope with last week's massive amount of you. Heureusement, il y a moins de personnes cette semaine parce que j'aurais pas pu le faire comme la semaine dernière. Lovely. So, yay, we've got some work coming through. So we have Ben. Right, Ben, can I remind everybody, send me your voice messages and give me in English what I gave you to do. Yeah, if you don't mind, give me in English what I gave you to do. So because I've written Ben, let me try and scroll up and find what it is that I gave you to do, because otherwise I just can't remember. Yeah, okay, Ben. What did I give you? Oh yeah, before I finish the lesson. So this is the last time I'm going to do that. C'est la toute dernière fois que je vais le faire. From now on, dorénavant, if you want me to mark the work, si vous voulez que je corrige, si vous voulez que je corrige le travail, give me the English when you give me the response. Donne-moi l'anglais quand vous m'envoyez la réponse. So Ben, before I finish the lesson, I will have something to tell you, okay? Let's see if you've done it correctly. À voir si vous l'avez fait correctement. Bon, si tu l'as fait correctement, je te tutoie, you tutoie. Right, so you didn't completely give it me fully anyway, Ben. You didn't finish what you were saying. So before you make another mistake, I'm going to tell you something. So before you make a mistake is another before. So unless you use avant de plus an infinitive, if you say before and then a person, you're going to use avant que plus the person, so either the pronoun or the name, plus the subjunctive. And most of the time in spoken French, you will put in the expletive, the ne expletive, which is a ne without the pas. So for example, before leaving, avant de partir, before I leave, avant que je ne parte. So you've got two things to remember. You've got the subjunctive and you've got the ne, which needs to go after the first person. Okay, so before I do it, avant que je ne le fasse. So basically, Ben, have another go with that. So basically, that is something, I'll try not to keep saying basically, that is something you need to remember. That is one of the reasons, ça c'est une des raisons pourquoi j'insiste avec avant de. That's one of the reasons why I really encourage avant de plus the infinitive, because alternatively, avant que needs subjunctive. Okay, so go again then. Okay. We've got Wendy and Mrs. Shaw. So Mrs. Shaw only had 2 errors and she had some very complicated French. So I love this one, j'aime. So she's done the pointing correctly. Remember, Mrs. Shaw, I like this one, j'aime celle. But remember, the whole family, celui, celle, celle, need something after them. So either you're going to say celle, celui, ce, yada, 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 si or la, or you're going to say celui, ce, celle, yada, yada, qui or que or whatever's going on in the sentence. So in other words, you can't end a sentence or you can't end a clause with celui, celle. You can't do it. So for example, I like this one, j'aime celui-ci or celle-ci. Okay, so go again. Apart from that, the bit you said that was going to be wrong was beautiful. The one he went out with, you know, celle avec qui, that was perfect relative pronouns. Lovely, but can I say for you that sortir is an être verb and an avoir verb? So go again, do the whole thing again, remembering that it's celle plus a here, this one here, an être verb for the sortir. But apart from that, Wendy, it was beautiful. Okay. Ron English, you can completely send me messages. There's no reason that you can't on WhatsApp. Vous pouvez m'envoyer, enfin, tu peux m'envoyer les messages. Il faut juste envoyer un WhatsApp. 07899732838. Lovely. Let's have a look. A load have come through. Lee, I had difficulty remembering you because you had signed up with a different name than the one I used. Lee, thank you for having written it. Merci de l'avoir écrit. That's even better than hearing it. Ça, c'est même mieux de l'entendre. Lovely. 2 things. That was not bad at all. I'm sorry, those of you that like me to write out the correct answers, but I won't be able to do it this week. I had difficulty remembering you. Right, j'avais du mal. Now, what is my dictionary infinitively for the verb to remember? Se souvenir de. And as Mrs. Shaw will tell you, or as Stuart will tell you, it is an ABC verb. That means you're going to remember the reflexive, and then you're going to remember the fact that after the reflexive and after the verb, we then have de. So this means, or any other preposition, an ABC verb could be reflexive, verb, any other preposition. So this means instead of saying I like you, je te blank, or I touch you, je te blank, or I hate him, whatever, je le blank, that your pronoun is going to always go after the de, after the ABC. So if I did another one, for example, I look after you, je m'occupe de toi. So go again, remembering that no matter what your grammar is doing on either side, Lee, you are using an ABC verb for remember. So could you go again and get that right? Okay, the rest of it was great. Can I just remind you that if you're saying I use, it's not going to be je utilise. They need to link seamlessly. But apart from that, Lee, it was a very good try. Give me that correctly and I'll give you another one. Adrian, French new.
I look a little bit loud where I am, so I apologize if there's some background noise. My sentence was, I feel much better after buying myself a tea felt weird earlier after eating it. So, je me sens beaucoup mieux après m'être acheté un thé vert. Je me sentais bizarre plutôt après l'avoir mangé.
Gorgeous, excellent. That was really good. So basically, what are we doing from Adrian? So we got there's only one mistake in that orally, which is if you say après avoir, and it's great that when you guys, when you use after eating, yeah, after having eaten, après avoir mangé, or après être, it's a good thing to learn the après être. Yeah, it's a good thing to get the link down. But when you then pop in a pronoun, so for example, after eating it, après and avoir are not together. They're not side by side, which means pronunciation-wise, you are not going to say après le avoir. You're not going to get that chance. So Adrian, can you just give me the very last sentence after eating it again, and we're good to go on, okay? But that was brilliant, okay? So to give you the correct French for what Adrian wanted, because I'm not sure you guys could hear it, okay? I feel a lot better. Je me sens beaucoup mieux. You use se sentir rather than sentir or ressentir because you're talking about an adverb. Good choice, Adrian. After buying myself, après m'être acheté, okay? Because you are using a reflexive. So after buying, après avoir acheté, after buying it, après l'avoir acheté, but after buying myself, après m'être acheté. You're using être and the reflexive because you bought yourself. For yourself, but still for yourself. A green tea and thé vert, that was lovely. I felt weird earlier. Je me sentais. So he heard a past and he correctly went, well, I'm going to go in the descriptive past. Yeah, okay. Earlier, plutôt, à tout à l'heure, we could have used as well. After eating it. And he's going to give me after eating it again. Okay, Adrian, I'll give you your next one now in preparation. I am thrilled that you were able to do it's as is necessary. It's that you got yourself out of it. I think you are kind of. I'm using this verb will contain sortir and something else. Plus please. See if you can manage that. Okay. In other words, I'm pleased you got through it. Okay. Shabazz Khan, could you please give a brief about le proposition? Do you mean the past participle? The participle? Is that what you're referring to? Anyway. Right, okay, we've got lots of work here. So off we go. Al?
I cannot believe someone's impatient.
Oh, sorry, my friend sent me a message. Mon ami m'a envoyé un message. I thought he was here for class. Je pensais qu'il était ici pour le cours. Okay, my name is pretty fucking obvious. It's all over the website. It's Luc. Moi, je m'appelle Luc. Okay, so let me look at someone's mark. So let's go through this. So Wendy. No, Wendy, so that was wrong the second time. So basically what you got right the first time, so you said j'aimais celle-ci avec qui, no, Wendy. Like I'm saying, celle plus something else. So the first time you gave me celle avec qui, the one with whom. Okay, so I'm saying you only need the ci or the la or something else. So celui-ci, celui-là, celui avec qui, celui que, celui, avec lequel, if it was a thing, you need one piece of grammar. You can only have one relative pronoun. So the one, feminine, the one, I don't need a here for that. I don't need a there for that. Just the one with whom. Try that again. I don't need two relative pronouns. So what I'm saying is celui, celle, yada yada, plus either si, plus either la, plus a qui, plus a que, or plus any one of your relative pronouns, which basically means using the prepositions avec or pour or whatever. Okay, only one piece of grammar per celui. All right, Stuart. Stuart has given me a very, very good attempt. So Stuart has given me, okay. Where is Stuart's work? Up we go. The one I was supposed to see doesn't get on well with the one I was telling you about. Okay, and most of it's right. So he's given me celui que j'étais, and let's assume it was male or female. Let's assume for this example it was masculine. So celui que j'étais censé voir, supposed to being censé, nothing to do with supposed. So j'étais censé voir, ne s'entend. No, I don't want to give the answer. If he gets on. So the order you need to think about, Stuart, is where is the, we need a well, we need a bien, we need a pas. What order are they going to go in? Yeah, don't get those in the wrong order. With the one avec celui I was telling you about, dont je te, that was fantastic, Stuart. Now, it's a small thing in French that even though you use telling about, you know, I'm talking to you about je te, sorry, I'm telling you about something, je te. So in English, it doesn't make sense. So what I'm saying is, where in English you would say, I'm telling you about something, you would need to switch the verb in French to parler. Even though your verb in French, absolutely correctly, to tell is dire. So the girl I was telling you about, la fille dont je te parlais. Okay, you wouldn't really say dont je te disais. Okay, it's just, it's for me, it's not the ideal. So can you do me that again, Stuart? Getting the pas and the bien in the right order and putting the dont with the verb dire in the tense that you popped it in. But everything else was great. Well done, Stuart. Ben? Lovely, Ben. So avant que je ne finisse le cours, before I finish the lesson, I will have some time. J'aurai du temps. Can we make a big conscientious? Can we make a big conscious effort, guys, to not mess up the words for time? So time as in what time is it? Quelle heure? À quelle heure? Some time as in the entity. Oh, do you have some time to explain this to me? Du temps. This time, cette fois, une fois, la dernière fois. Okay, so 3 different words for time. Ben, there's a preposition missing though. So j'aurai du temps pour or à or whatever you're going to go into in your next, you know, you need a preposition before to dire, okay? But that's fine. We're going to move on. But you would need a preposition before going up to an infinitive. You really, really would. Can I congratulate you on not having spent too much time on the grammar? Yeah, you didn't spend ages going through the grammar stuff. So you went, so you went avant que je ne le finisse. You didn't go avant que je ne le finisse. So I always say the stuff that's difficult to do in French, you just say really quickly. You just get it out your mouth. So well done. Okay, you don't spend time on the sentence on auxiliaries and prepositions and all this kind of stuff. It's not what you stress in normal French. It's not rhythmically what you stress. Nice work, Ben. All right. So the next one for Ben is, okay, I found this weird thing in a shop. Okay, it's something interesting. I bought a few interesting things. That's for Ben. Oh God, a sea of green. Adrian?
Après l'avoir mangé.
Yeah, well done, Adrian. After eating it, or after having eaten it, après l'avoir mangé, not après l'avoir, okay? Good. Adrian, I think I've given you the next thing already. Je pense que je t'ai déjà donné la suite. Lee? Lovely, Lee. So I can't hear a bloody thing as per normal, but I'm having to guess. Yeah, après, so j'avais du mal à me souvenir de toi. Exactly. So remember is, now we're not confusing that with the verb se rappeler. Okay? Big French mistake. Really common. Une erreur commune qui se passe tout le temps en français. Even French people mess this up. It's se souvenir de, se rappeler no de. And it's really common to hear people go, oh, je me rappelle de lui. No. Je me souviens. So I remember my childhood. Je me rappelle mon enfance. Je me souviens de mon enfance. Okay, so stick to the se souvenir de because for the moment it will be easier for you. Lovely. So I've given you, I think I've given you, have I given you the next thing then? Lee? No, I haven't. So the next one for Lee. I ordered all the normal things, the ones I like, and I'd like you to use Claire for that. That's okay. Because I was very and I was very hungry. That is for Lee. Yeah, that's for Lee. Productive human, I don't quite understand your problem. Je vois pas ton problème. So what happens is, turn up here with your sad faces again, productive human, and you won't be welcome back. I've told you very clearly, you have to WhatsApp me, and I then give you a sound file. I then give you something to translate. These people then send me a voice message. Okay, we don't just sit here and type. Okay. So let me see. If I haven't had it yet, then it just means I haven't gotten to it. It means you didn't send it when I asked you to send it straight away. Okay? Okay, so you're now third up on the list, productive humans. So stop being a moany arse and wait your turn. Because it means you didn't send it when I asked for it straight away. Okay? You're a +1775. You're American, I can tell from the why aren't I being served now attitude, which is cool. That suggests a big city. But I did ask you to send it a while back, and you just didn't send it when I needed it. Okay, so look, I'm not being funny. If you look at the thing, you're all the way up the list there. So when I've marked these three in the green, I will get to you there straight away. To give you something to play with, okay, Thomas. Okay. It's not a one-on-one, Thomas. That's why I said send me a message straight away and I can give you something. I'm now jumping the queue to the people to give you something because you're being a moany ass. Right. It's my first time here with Luke, and I didn't understand what we do. Few constructions there. That's for Thomas. When you've done it, send me a WhatsApp message with that in it. With say the English thing, okay, or type it, and then give me a voice message saying it. Don't type me the freaking message, okay? I want to hear you saying it, right? Good man. Right. Stuart.
The one I was supposed to get on well with the one I was telling you about. Suddenly, wow, this car s'entend bien
No, Stuart. Basically, celui-ci qui doesn't get on well ne s'entend pas bien. So just think, when you use a negative, your negative is the first thing that's influencing your verb. It's the main issue. Yeah? So ne s'entend pas, then the bien. So you're saying he doesn't get on well. Il ne s'entend pas bien. Yeah? Il ne s'entend pas bien. Okay? Pas will generally go through before the bien. I ate, j'ai mangé. I ate well, j'ai bien mangé. I didn't eat, j'ai pas mangé. I didn't eat well, j'ai pas bien mangé. So just say those a few times for me. Don't record them again. That's beneath you. But just say them a few times for me, Stuart. Pas goes before bien. And I'm glad we've exposed that little error. Yeah, je suis content que nous ayons exposé cette petite erreur because that's important. Okay. I wasn't. Watch this is for Stuart. Yeah. I hadn't eaten well because I hadn't. No, I didn't eat. I didn't eat well. Let's make it. I didn't eat well because I hadn't fully understood. Let's use that with pas and bien. With pas and bien. The instructions, and therefore I was lost. No idea how to order the food we needed. And I'd like the last sentence 2 times, twice, once using falloir as a verb and once using avoir besoin. So that's quite a big one for Stuart, okay? Right, okay. Okay, well, productive human, if you're a total beginner, then I can give you something easier. Si vous êtes débutant, je peux vous donner quelque chose de plus facile. So Stuart, that's for Stuart. So that's quite a big one. Okay, so productive human, instead, can you give me, yeah, we'll have a go. See what comes up, productive human. See what happens with the one that you've got. I think your name's Thomas. Everybody knows I fucking hate crazy ass nicknames. I fucking hate them. Je déteste les surnoms de merde. I can barely talk to Lee because he calls himself Shinobi. It's only because he works so hard that he's earned my affection. Wendy. Good. So far, all good, Wendy. So I like this one. J'aime celle. So you've made a gender choice on celle, and then we need something after it. If it's not going to link to anything else, all it can have is ci ou là. All it can have is ci ou là. J'aime celle-ci, celle-là. But you'd need something. Good. Let's crack on. No, Wendy. Yes, you do. No, Wendy, so I'm going to give you, I don't want to keep making you do it. The one he went out with. So what's my word for the one? What have we said, Wendy, is the feminine word for the one? Celle. That's our word, right? So the one with whom he went out. Avec qui il est sorti. So you're not going to be using any celui-ci. I think the problem in your case is that, ironically, what went on there is that some of the sentences you're used to using ci and la with, apart from ironically when I needed it. So basically, the one I went out with, let's make it a woman. Celle, bref, avec qui je suis sorti. That one there. Celle-ci, celle-là. The one that I bought. Celle que j'ai acheté. The one who knows me. We're using feminine for all of this. Celle qui me connaît. The one I used to work for. Celle, a company. Celle pour laquelle je travaillais. So in other words, Wendy, it's going to be celle plus, and this is really tough grammar that you've got, I'll admit this, you've got to make the choice on the which one, then you're going to the relative pronoun. So I'm going to give you another one, okay, like this. So this is Mrs. Shaw. So the answer is the one I used to go out with, celle avec qui je sortais, because it's a person. If it was the one and it was a thing and it was, celle avec laquelle, but it's not. So Mrs. Shaw, the one I used to, let's just keep it present. The one I work for, thing, and feminine. The one I work for, person, feminine. The one I work for, masculine, and thing, so not a person. The one I work for, person. Does that make sense? Person and masculine. Yeah. So basically, when you're in that version, you're going to be using the same the one, yeah, masculine. But then afterwards, you're going to either be treating it like a person, so in your key somewhere, or you're going to be using your locales for the objects that aren't people. So have a little go with that, okay? Oh, productive human. So you're totally brand new. Fine. Well, then that's absolutely fine. The same as the gentleman I was mentioning earlier then. So just send me a WhatsApp another time and I will just give you a guide through. I think I possibly told you that already. I do apologize. It's just that you were going, why haven't I had a message? Why haven't? So if I did tell you that already, why are you saying, why haven't I had a message? How am I supposed to tell you about the videos I need to use if I'm teaching? Adrian. No, I'd like you to do that with réussir. So in a minute, I'm going to ask you to do that again with réussir. Yeah, I should have said that. I'm loving the c'est génial que tu t'en sois sorti. So for the newbies, okay. No, you're not. But productive human. Thomas, quickly, final time. Message me at a separate point. Don't expect me to respond to what you put today because I won't remember it. Message me tomorrow. Message me whenever. Okay. I will talk to you about what we're going to do. But just to turn up in the live class where I'm teaching and be like, oh, can you tell me how to learn French? It's just not the right moment, Bella. It really isn't. Okay. And then when I've told you already to do the video thing, when you then go, oh, I haven't had a response, it's like, well, hang on, So Adrian has done something brilliant. I'd like you to, while I'm talking, Adrian, I'd like you to give me your one again, but using réussir for the first half. So say I'm happy that, let's say I'm happy that, or whatever, but you've gotten yourself out of it. The reflexive verb to get yourself out of something is s'en sortir. So if you had a massive pile of work, if you had a really big pile of work, so let's imagine that poor Mrs. Shaw's slave husband, who's not allowed a social life until he's finished designing, if he, and I know that to be fact, if I desperately tried to check that he was okay, living under the overlord of Mrs. Shaw, and I said, are you okay? Are you getting through it? I'd say, tu t'en sors, you are getting yourself out of it. So anytime you use that verb, you are going to be both reflexive with être and with the pronoun en. So je m'en sors, je m'en suis sorti, je m'en sortirai. You're always going to use that. Now, if you're not comfortable using reflexives and on and other stuff, can you look up on my video list about the word cluster, okay? Or send me an email, not a WhatsApp, send me an email saying, Luke, I don't understand the cluster. And cluster is when you put a je me and an on, or a tu te and an on, or an il se and an on together. And sometimes that will be because you're using en instead of your pronoun, your object pronoun, and sometimes that will just be part of the verb. So s'envoler, to fly away. Yeah, je m'envole. Sometimes je m'en fous, s'en foutre, to not give a damn. Moi je m'en fous. Moi je m'en foutais. So if you're not comfortable using reflexives and en, and you are at that level, yeah. So both of those things mean something to you. Otherwise, please send me an email, logiclanguagelearning@gmail.com, asking for the cluster videos, okay? Lovely. So in the meantime, I'm expecting a response from Adrian about using réussir with that method, okay? YouTube Lee. Can we just commend Lee? Look at this. His voice is so quiet, I think someone slashed his voice box. But the fact is, look at this for organization. He sends me the written English prior to attempting to answer it. Il m'envoie l'anglais avant de tenter de répondre. Okay, the camera's gone a bit weird. Oh well, I could do with more color. J'ai bien besoin d'une touche de couleur. Goodly, two things. How do you say I'm hungry? Always be selfish in language, not in life, but in language be selfish. Talk about yourself and talk about yourself in the present. Utilise le présent. Par exemple, si tu avais besoin de dire quelque chose, c'était un tout petit peu difficile, it's a little bit difficult, vaut mieux, il faut essayer de le dire, normalement, donc je et le présent. So, for example, how would you say I'm hungry? J'ai faim. Okay? How would you say I'm cold? J'ai froid. So you would use a with both of those. So there's no reason to not use avoir in the past, is there? So I need you to go again. I'd also like you to remember, Lee, that plaire is a soft, hard verb. So if plural things please me, it ain't going to be play, is it? Yeah? Think of read. Li, lisons, lisez, lise. So can you go again, Lee, and can you get the plaire being plural in, and can you get the fact that avoir is required for both of those compounds? But a nice attempt. Okay? Ben? Right then. So you just don't know the thing rules. Here are the thing rules for people. Okay, I'm going to write this out. Une chose. When I write this out, and if this is new to you, can you all just say this is new, so I know who's finding this new? Une chose is feminine. Yeah, so une belle chose. Okay. Something is two words. It requires a de, and it requires a masculine adjective. So something new, quelque chose de nouveau. Okay? So the word for something is quelque chose, and it's always going to have the masculine after a de. So think how you're going to say something interesting. Some things is just the plural of the feminine things. Des choses plus a feminine plural. And some things could be interchanged for a few things, which would be quelque, plural, with an S, chose, with an S, which is then going to have its normal plural adjectives. Okay? So in other words, quelque chose de plus masculine is the thing you need to remember here, Ben. Go again. So something nice, quelque chose de beau, quelque chose de sympa. Always the masculine after quelque chose de. A little bit like say. Yeah? Oh, I love Paris. It's beautiful. J'adore Paris. C'est beau. Not elle est. Well, yes, you can say elle est belle, but you can't say c'est belle. Say will always give me a masculine. Okay? I'm sorry to impose the patriarchy of the male language upon you all, but that's how it works. Why is the color being a bit weird? It's a bit better. Okay, I think I've got some from Stuart. Stuart?
I did eat well because I hadn't fully understood the instructions. Therefore, I thought I had no idea how to order the food we need.
Good.
So I said, j'ai pas mangé bien parce que.
No, j'ai pas mangé bien. Stuart, what's my adverb rule? Adverbs go after verb number 1. Pas is an adverb. Bien is also an adverb. The whole issue here is doing it twice. You've sent me more messages. You may well have corrected yourself. Lovely. So you did it correctly there. You did it correctly the second time. Good. So everything else is correct. Good. I had no idea. Right. I'm going to give you everybody. Can we just commend the man on the fact that he gives me the English again the second time? Well done.
J'ai pas mangé parce que j'avais pas bien compris les instructions et donc j'étais perdu. J'ai eu aucune idée de façon de commander la nourriture dont on avait avec les soins. And the other choice is savoir aucune idée de façon de commander la nourriture.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. So let's just talk about the decision Stuart made. There's still one error, but everything else is great. So let me find Stuart. Right. I didn't eat well. Je n'ai pas bien mangé because I hadn't fully understood. Parce que je n'avais pas bien compris. When you talk about verbs in the past, as I always tell you guys, the default, so have and has, will go to the one with the passé composé. Was, were, used to, imperfect. If you are hearing a single past word, a simple past if you will, a prétrit form, I spoke, he went, your go-to, your default is 1, 2, 3, is 1, 2, 3. Your exceptions to that rule will be repetition, description, mental state, as opposed to an action being taken mentally, i.e. a thought process changing, or after the word if. So I didn't eat well, je n'ai pas bien mangé, because I hadn't understood. Okay, that's the pluperfect. Je n'avais pas bien compris. I'm using had in the middle in English, so I will use the was tense in the middle in French. Je n'avais pas bien compris. The instructions, les instructions, lovely. And therefore, et donc, I was lost. J'étais perdu, lovely. You could have gone with I got lost, you know, je me suis perdu, but j'étais perdu is what I wanted there. I had no idea. Now, Stuart, here's the point. I had no idea. To you, is that a mental state of affairs, or is that a mental change? You know, so that would be je n'avais aucune idée. So, for example, if it was I had an idea, i.e., ding, light bulb, there's a change going on in the brain, that would be j'ai eu. So, for example, if you say I didn't understand, so he told me something and I didn't understand, you could kind of treat it both ways. You could say j'ai pas compris, je n'ai pas compris, meaning there was no change. There was no, no, I understand. No, I don't understand. Or you could describe your sensation and say I wasn't understanding, kind of thing. Je ne comprenais pas. But in this case, it's definitely a description. So je n'ai pas bien mangé parce que je n'avais pas bien compris les instructions. Et donc, j'étais perdu. I had no idea how to order the food. Je n'avais aucune idée de comment, je n'avais aucune idée comment commander la nourriture. Now, either, as Stuart's done beautifully, dont nous avions besoin, that we needed was tense, dont nous avions besoin, or la nourriture qu'il nous fallait, that it to us was necessary. If you're not comfortable with how to use besoin or falloir, as in I need, il me faut, or j'ai besoin, please email me, guys, Logic Language Learning, and I will send you the videos on besoin and falloir, the two different ways of using need. Great job. Next one for Stuart. Last one. Following his impressive victory, Stuart felt at ease when suddenly he felt a hand on his back. That's Stuart. Jesus Christ, it's a sea of green that hasn't been marked. Let's have a look. Adrian. Right. A little bit like I was talking to Stuart, Adrian. So I'm happy that you were able to. But when you use réussir, you are much more likely to use that you have been able to. So you could have gone, je suis content que tu aies pu, or could you can use pouvez as in throughout. Okay. Last week, I was able or I wasn't able, je ne pouvais pas, je pouvais, or j'ai pu, je n'ai pas pu. Both will work because one is saying throughout the week I was not in a position to do this, and the second one is saying looking back at the week in one go, have I been able to do something, yes or no? But with the verb réussir, we're more likely to use the passé composé, Adrian. So what was it I gave you? Yeah, so je suis ravi que tu aies réussi, that you have been able to, okay? Good, à le faire. Okay, great. I'm not going to give you another one because I'm wrapping up soon, so I'm just going to, if you could just watch what other people are doing, that's fantastic. Actually, no, I'll do another one. I'm gutted that they haven't been able to. Do it for me with pouvoir and do it for me with réussir. Do it for me both. Finish everything. And then even if I just send the answer afterwards. YouTube Lee. Lovely, but you got rid of the trait. So j'avais comment, what was your original? I ordered all the things. Donc j'ai comment, hang on. Yes, so j'ai commandé. So don't say j'ai commandé. Remember, Lee, to keep your stress light and if it's going to go anywhere on the beginning. So I ordered all the normal things. Donc j'ai commandé toutes les choses normales. Can I hear the toutes, please? Yeah. No, so you're saying tout. So a nice ou, but it needs to be tout. So I ordered all the normal things. J'ai commandé toutes les choses normales. The ones that I like. Now you cheated because I wanted the ones. I didn't want the things. So the ones, pointing, dealing with a feminine thing, plural. What is that going to be, Lee? You've got one more thing to do before the end of the class. How am I going to say the ones? Think about what poor Mrs. Shaw has been forced to do. Yeah, the ones. The ones. We're pointing, we're differentiating. It ain't going to be, you know, a repetition of the proper noun. I want a pronoun. What's it going to be? The ones. Yeah? Parce que j'avais faim, parce que j'avais froid, parce que j'avais très faim, parce que j'avais très froid. Okay, fine, whatever. Okay. Great. So first sentence correct for Mrs. Shaw. The one, celle, and when you've got a relative pronoun with a thing, unless you're using dans, it will involve lequel, laquelle. So the one I work for, imagine it was a feminine company, celle pour laquelle je travaille. 1 out of 4 so far, Mrs. Shaw. Let's see how we get on. So the one I work for, feminine, if it were a person, like, oh, which woman are you know the one I work for? Celle pour qui je travaille. Ka-ching, ka-ching, that's 2 out of 4, Mrs. Shaw. We're halfway there. Good, just a little bit of attention on the pronunciation, Mrs. Shaw. Celui pour qui? Celui. So it's celui, celle, but perfect, yeah? Spot on, Mrs. Shaw. 4 out of 4. Clap, 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 clap. Applaudissement, applaudissement. Yeah. Applaudir, the verb to applaud. Applaudir, 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 applaudissant, applaudissez, applaudisse. Lovely, brilliant. Okay, so you apply that now to the one I went out with. It's either going to be, so you make a gender choice, then you make a thing or a person choice. So let's say it was a woman and let's say it was a person. Celle avec qui je suis sorti. Yeah, brilliant, Mrs. Shaw. Lovely. 4 out of 4. Good job. Ben? Lovely. You've got that, Ben. Now, lovely. That's great. So let me So I found where's my one I gave you, and then I can read it. I can translate it for people watching who aren't doing it. Where's Ben? This is why I ask you, can you always just write from now on, guys? Can you just write it out for me? Type it out for me when you give the answer. I can't find it. I found this weird thing in the shop. So j'ai trouvé cette chose bizarre, cette chose étrange, étrange ou bizarre. You can use bizarre as well. Or ce truc. Notice that ce is masculine. Truc is masculine. Ce truc bizarre. Okay. Also in French, we'll often go machin. Machin's like thingamy-bob. You know, even with the name, what's his name? Oh, you know, Mrs. So-and-so, Madame Machin, Monsieur Machin. Celui-là, machin. So, ce truc bizarre, okay, in a shop, dans un magasin, not magasin. It's something interesting. C'est quelque chose d'intéressant. Nicely handled, Ben. I bought a few interesting things. J'ai acheté quelque chose ou quelques trucs intéressants ou quelque chose d'intéressant. Nicely handled, Ben. Well done. Good. We've had 2 correct answers in a row. This is good. Oh, a little hello from Claire. I'm loving that you had a line, Claire. I hope it's because you had a lot to drink. I hope. Je suis content que tu aies fait subjunctive, la grasse matinée. So Claire, let me know what would be an ideal time for you on your Australian time, and I will make next week that I do it. I will make it suit Australia. I haven't done that in a couple of weeks. Dis-moi à quelle heure vous convient, ceux, les Australiens qui suivent mes cours, et je le ferai pour vous. Okay? Parce que c'est vrai, c'est pas juste de le faire toujours pour les Européens. It's not fair to always do it for Europeans and Americans et les Américains. Lee? So I've had 2 out of 2. Really good work from Ben and Mrs. Shaw. Let's hope no one fucks it up. Lovely, lovely. So j'ai commandé toutes les choses normales, celles qui me plaisent, the one. So going back to Mrs. Shaw, the ones that please me. So you do your cell, Mrs. Shaw, and then you go, right, well, what are they doing? Is it celle ci, celle-là, celle qui, celle que? Yeah, celle. Once you've made your gender choice, you just need to go into a grammar choice afterwards. Lovely. Now, Lee, that was correct. So I'll just say it again. So I ordered all the normal things. J'ai commandé toutes les choses normales. The ones I like, celles que j'aime, or celles qui me plaisent, because I was very cold. Whatever, parce que j'avais faim, we've done that already. Now, Lee, need to remember the other thing. Okay, you need to think about something else. Tu as besoin de penser quelque chose d'autre. Can you please not stress the grammar for me? Please. What you need to give me is an authentic French product. Vous avez besoin, ou tu as besoin de me donner un produit authentique en français. Bordel, pitié. Nobody in French goes, je vous ai dit, So whilst I'm grateful that you've understood the grammar, we've made a lot of progress together. Je suis super reconnaissant que tu aies compris tout ce qu'on a fait ensemble. But at the same time, don't go, tout. Did you see what I did there, Lukey? Did you see what I did? I got in the feminine. Don't speak like that, and don't get into the habit of doing it, because it actually, arrête de parler comme ça, arrête de parler ainsi. Je veux pas que tu t'y habitues. I don't need to get used to it, because ultimately, no one is going to speak to you like that in French. Personne va te parler comme ça en français. Jamais, never, never, never. Okay, and also, like I was saying earlier, like I was congratulating, I think it may well have ironically even been you. When you've got grammar, it's not the point you stress in the sentence. You wouldn't in English go, this is the key with which I open the door. it's the key I open the door with. Okay, so don't, or even if you were using that method, the key with which I open the door, you just wouldn't stress it. So don't just get to the grammar, guys. Get the grammar, then say the sentence again normally. Because when you say it in this grammar way, you are never getting used to saying it quickly. And I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you, but you are always going to have to stress grammar quickly, always. The one I was thinking of, celle à laquelle je pensais. You're never in a sentence. Grammar and technical stuff will always be that ever so slight. It will be that little bit faster than normal French. Whether you're speaking slowly or quickly, it needs to be faster. Okay, which is why we spend so much time on it. Stuart. Lovely. So following his impressive victory, Stuart felt at ease when suddenly he felt a hand on his back.
Suddenly, felt the hand on his back. Suite à ça doit impressionnant.
Good. Suite à, so well done, Stuart. So Stuart's remembered that when we use following with a noun, we're going to use suite à rather than suivant or suivante or ensuite. So following his impressive victory, suite à sa, correct gender choice, sa victoire impressionnante, correct gender choice.
Stuart était à l'aise.
Lovely. Stuart was at ease. Stuart était à l'aise. Lovely. We could have maybe gone a little bit if we were desperate to use idioms, you know, il était bien dans sa peau, he was kind of all right in his skin or whatever. But the one I wanted was the one he gave me. Yeah. Celui qu'il me fallait, celui dont j'avais envie, c'était celui qui m'a donné. It was the one he gave me. Good. Soudainement, or tout soudain, not tout à fait. So remember, tout à fait, that was just muscle memory, which I'm so pleased you've got. Ça, c'était la mémoire musculaire. Je suis tellement content que tu l'aies. But notice subjunctive, tu l'es. You have it, subjunctive, because I'm happy. But it's suddenly, soudainement, tout d'un coup, or tout soudain, or whatever, you know, okay. But not tout à fait. Tout à fait is, yes, that's correct, okay. But you've then given me, il a senti un main, lovely. So you use the correct word for felt because it's felt physical and the correct tense. Well done. Well done. I've had a row of correct answers from 4 people. I've now got one from Adrian. I doubt Adrian will mess up.
I'm gutted that they haven't been able to finish everything. Je suis dégoûté qu'ils aient pas pu tout finir.
So that was correct, but I gave you what I said in the English. What you said. So the French you gave me was correct, but it didn't match the English. Was it? I'm gutted that I wasn't able to finish anything, or he wasn't able to finish anything. What did I give you? I'm gutted that they haven't been able to. Oh, so you said I, but the French you gave me matched what I wanted.
I'm gutted that they haven't been able
Oh, I think you did say they. It just sounded like an I, actually.
to finish everything. Je suis dégoûté qu'ils aient pas pu tout finir. Je suis dégoûté qu'ils aient pas réussi à tout finir. À tout finir. Dégoûté qu'ils aient pas réussi à tout finir. À tout finir. Je suis dégoûté.
That's really nice, Adrian. And that was also really nicely linked. That was really nicely linked. Now, I'd say we're looking for 2 things. We're looking for breath score, and we're looking for how calm are the lips score. Okay? I'd say the breath score there was an A. How calm are the lips there? That was a B, but we want that to be an A. So what I'm saying, guys, so let me just quickly translate what he's given you. So I'm gutted that they haven't been able to finish it. Donc je suis dégoûté. To be gutted, to be really upset, is the same word as disgusted. I'm gutted. Oh no, my team lost. Mon équipe a perdu. Je suis dégoûté. Okay. That they haven't, qu'ils aient pas pu. I'm using the subjunctive, not ils ont pas pu. I'm using the subjunctive because gutted is an emotion. If you don't understand why gutted requires a subjunctive, please email me logiclanguagelearning@gmail.com and ask for subjunctive videos. So je suis dégoûté qu'ils aient pas pu le faire. At speed for Lee, je suis dégoûté qu'ils aient pas pu le faire. Je suis dégoûté qu'ils aient pas réussi à le faire. Lovely. It is tout finir, sorry, because it was, and you've placed tout in the right order, because that's going to go before the infinitive. So what is it? I'm looking at stuff with, I'm being confused by the brackets that I've written. Je suis confus parce que j'ai écrit quelques parenthèses. I'm gutted that they haven't been able to finish everything. Je suis dégoûté qu'ils aient pas pu tout finir, ou je suis dégoûté qu'ils aient pas réussi à tout finir. Lovely. Hi, Samaya. Nice to see you. Lovely. So brilliant. The last 5 people, perfect French. Les dernières 5 personnes, français parfait. Really lovely. Adrian, I'm really impressed with the voice. Keep the lips really smooth. Yeah, okay. That was good. Well done, guys. So I will probably see you next week. Je vous verrai la semaine prochaine. It's my best friend Sammy's birthday. C'est l'anniversaire de ma meilleure amie. So I might be away for the Sunday. It depends if I'm back. Depends, I'm not sure. Ça dépend. So it just depends how much we eat and drink. Ça dépend de la quantité qu'on va boire. qu'on va manger. Well done, guys. Really, really good. So if you are new to the channel, or if you watch this later, and if there's any stuff that comes up in this that is new to you, or you don't understand the kind of comments that I'm making, simply send me an email, logiclanguagelearning@gmail.com, asking for, I didn't understand the bit with the subjunctive, I didn't understand the bit when you mentioned about celui, celle, plus one piece of grammar. I didn't understand what you said about not stressing this. Any of the topics that have come up, can you please send me a thing? Now, can I make this really, really clear? When you watch this in the week, everybody's welcome. I don't care if you're a complete beginner. Yeah. Some of the people who've been here tonight, I knew when they couldn't do anything, and now they're really, really impressive. So trust me. Moi, je m'en fous que vous soyez débutant, mais tout débutant ou vraiment enfin, ceux qui sont plus avancés. Ça m'est égal. Okay? Soyez les bienvenus. Enfin, tout le monde. Okay? So that's absolutely fine. But can I stress two things? To generally ask me questions about French or what have you, okay? Don't harass me. If you sign up and do a lesson with me, I've got all the time in the world for you, but I'm quite busy. So if you want a video, please send me an email. If you have a question relating to anything else, just quickly send me a WhatsApp. But if it's for a video request, please send me an email, because it's just easier to respond with the email. I delete all the WhatsApps after every class. So, you know, that's fine. Okay, so if it's to just discuss classes, or if it's to book a session with me, or to book a private tuition, or to book a one-off, voice class, which is what I do with a lot of people to improve their voice, pour améliorer leur voix, that you book on WhatsApp. But the email communication is for any of the video requests, because I just cannot be bothered to keep transferring. Can I have your video? Can I have your email address? And then do it myself. It's not for me to do. Okay, so just email is for video requests. WhatsApp is for general communication or the booking of lessons. All right, guys. Well done. I will see you guys next time. Okay, take care. Ciao.